So finding top selling products is probably the main way people do product research, but I believe looking at top selling shops can actually be the best method if you're trying to actually sell well on Etsy. And in today's video, I want to reveal my strategy I do on all of my shops that helps me just not find best-selling products, but actually find great micro niches. So I want to share with you exactly what I do so you can follow my system and start selling top trending products in your shop. I want to share this all with you coming up next. All right, so one of the main things that we're going to use today to help us with our research is focusing on Allura's Etsy shop analyzing tool, where you're able to plug in a top shop and see all the information in regards to how many sales their product has received. You can see, what conversion rate they have for their products and what specific products they are selling that is doing extremely well. This is going to help us find top products and niches to create for our listings that we can start generating multiple sales as well. And so with that being said, let's jump over into Etsy. Let's find these top shops and see what we can get as a result of finding micro niches we can start creating today. Now, if you want to try out Allura on your own, I make sure to leave all this information down in my description box below for you to test this out on your own and to see if it is best for your business. All right, so now we are in Etsy and we're here because we want to look for top shops we can start designing and creating. One thing I like to do if I'm just doing my initial search to see what products are selling well is to be mindful of two things. Number one, what product category you're selling in, right? We definitely need to identify at least one thing that we want to sell, either t-shirts, sweatshirts, or digital products. And number two, we definitely want to make sure that we follow a criteria in order for us to actually collect top shops that we know are selling trending products. In our case today, say if we want to sell tumbler wraps, right? That's what we want to sell for our products. We want to sell this as a digital item. Then we can actually go a little bit further and target top shops that are doing extremely well and meet my criteria. But one easy way to find a top shop is to make sure they have a high level of reviews. So we'll jump into Etsy and we'll just simply plug in our product. This will be the same process for whatever you're planning on selling. In our case today, we'll stick with these digital tumbler wraps. So I'll just put tumbler wrap here, and notice how I'm not putting any major keyword, just the basic category in general, because from there I want to look at the shops that have a high review count. We're not looking for best sellers because those are individual listings doing well. I want to see a shop that has received multiple thousands of reviews that I can learn from them and see what they're selling that I can incorporate into my listing. And so you'll see shops like this that has 800 plus reviews. You'll see shops like this that have 375 reviews. Then you'll see some like this that have 18. We want to look for shops that has been around for a few years and gaining tons of sales, and it's proven by their high level of reviews. So we definitely want to, number one, track the reviews to make sure we're targeting something extremely high. Every category is going to be different, so you have to look and see what is the top reviews on the first page. As you can see here, we can go down and see some reviews go into the 12,000s. This one has 12.2 thousand reviews. We saw one here that had 886 reviews here. So it all depends on what product category you're selling in. If I notice here that my top one already was 12.2 thousand, then I just want to keep going down and see, is there any other product that's related to that is following that same trend of high number count for reviews. I see this one has 1.7 thousand reviews. And again, I'm not concerned specifically for the listing right now, but all I want to do is just be mindful of the review count, because that's going to easily lead me to top shops that have done well, right? If they have received a lot of reviews, then obviously their products are doing well and I want to learn from them. All right, so once we find these top shops, we can use their shop analyzer tool where we can see all of the top listings in that shop. We'll head over to sign in. And now we have some options here on the left-hand side that's going to help us actually look deeper into these shops that we have. And so the place that we want to do that is go into research, and we want to do shop. From here, we're able to plug in that shop's name and see all the things related to that shop in regards to how long it's been around, how many sales they made, the reviews, but most importantly, it'll break down all of the listings that are making sales. And from there, we just want to follow that top listing or top listings to see what is actually gaining sales for the shop, and then that can be a list that we can start creating for ourselves, that we can start redesigning and recreating for those micro niches. So we'll add in a shop here. So we have our top shop. Obviously, I blocked out the information, but you can still see all the information when you go here, which will just be their banner, their shop name. However, when you go down to the bottom, this is where we really want to see the data, because here we're able to see what is making sales for the shop. And so we see the monthly sales the shop is getting, about 5,764. We see the monthly revenue. That can always differ based upon if a shop is having a sale on their listings. And so I like to just look at the monthly sales, but we can see they're making well over $10,000 if they're just selling this as a minimum for each listing for $2. And these are tumbler wraps, because they're also selling bundles in the shop as well. And we see their conversion rate. Now, if I go down a little bit further, I can see some more data in regards to the shop here. Again, the monthly revenue, sales per listing, the average price, the listing, which is over 4,000 listings, and then the review rate. So there's a lot here that we can see how much they made over the lifetime of the shop as well. And if they have a peak during what season, I can find all the information here. Now, going down further is where we are going to find the micro niches. The goal here is not to copy, but to look at this and say, what can I start doing in these niches that can add more value to what's already here? So one of the things that's also extremely helpful when it comes down to this is if I want to see how many sales they gain for the lifetime of the shop itself and really focusing on those top listings, I can go to this filter where it says sales and filter this from the highest to lowest. As you can see, we have the highest amount of sales for the listings in this shop, and obviously it goes down to the least amount of sales. Now, this is extremely helpful because when I am doing my product research for these top shops, as stated before, we don't want to copy these listings, but these individual listings could be great places for us to find micro niches. For instance, here we can start looking into different designs geared towards the deer hunting niche, because this product is a deer hunting tumbler and it has sold over 3,000 times, and even in the last 30 days it has received 190 sales. And so there's a lot of opportunities we can learn from this micro niche here that we can start creating and designing ourselves. Same thing like this one here. This one is a Highland cow, more specifically floral design, and again, this has made over 3,000 sales in the lifetime of the listing here, and just in the last 30 days it has received 142 sales. Again, this is here not for us to copy the design, but to let this be the leading place we find these micro niches that we can go in further, even with Allura, and see what are some Highland cow designs for tumblers that are selling well. What are some camel deer hunting tumblers that are selling well? We can explore those areas, see the wins, see the trends, but also fill in the gaps with some things we know we can do well and beat the competition by offering new variables here. If I click on the listing, I can see immediately what the product looked like. I can go down a little bit further and see the title, the tags, and even just the overall data in regards to what this has done in the last 12 months and what this has done in the lifetime of a listing. I like this because it gives me an idea of the peak sales it gained. So I know that if I need to prepare for a seasonal design, when I need to create that and launch that, or if this is a evergreen product, as we see here, is selling all year round, there's no really major spikes here, I can start creating multiple listings in this area, as this is going to be a great evergreen product to carry my shop all throughout the year. What is also helpful when we are following these top shops and seeing these top niches is learning from the individual listings to see the tags they're using for this product here. If there's any keywords we can gain from this, I always like to look at the tags because they reveal to me, number one, the keywords that are tied to the overall category, as we see here, but also some potential in regards to micro niche keywords we can use as well. We can see this deer camo tumbler is selling well. Again, over 3,000 sales here. I can go down further and see some additional information regarding this product as well. And again, let this just be the starting place for me to find different products and niches we can start finding and creating for this particular product here. Now, the benefit of utilizing Allura to find these top shops is because obviously not every single listing in the shop is making sales. This shop has over 4,000 listings, but as you can see, if I were to go down to the last page, obviously we know these items are not making sales. As I go to the next page here, again, only making maybe one sale, and as you can see here, there are literally thousands of products this shop has made that are not making sales. So if you're just looking at the shop and trying to replicate what they have without having any data tools, you'll be spinning your wheels and creating products that have not even worked for them. So we want to target the best products. And this is also giving us some clarity that when we are trying to hit numbers like this, we need to make sure that we are focusing on the right type of products to list in our shop. And this person has created over 4,000 products just to get to a place where maybe only 400 of those products are selling. But again, once you utilize a strategy where you have 5 to 7, maybe even 10 top shops, you're only going to focus on the micro niches in the designs and the top listings for those shops, and really have a hyper focused list of top selling products that are making thousands of sales that you can start generating sales yourself, because these micro niches are teaching you exactly what people want to buy. For instance, if I were to go in here and say, okay, what type of things I need to create, I know this sunflower cow tumbler design is selling well. Sold 125 products in the last 30 days, sold over 2,000 products in the lifetime of the listing. So I know there's something about this product, something about this design that is done extremely well. And if I can learn from this, gravitate to other best-selling products that's doing well, to implement something that's not visible here, like adding in text on screen with popular phrases, adding in some unique elements here, adding in a space where that somebody can add in personalization to this product. All those things are variables we can add to this design space to bring us something that can be extremely valuable to our customers. So as you can see, finding these micro niches when you are scanning these top shops can be really easy for you to actually create a list of things you need to design and recreate every day. Now, if you want to get started with Etsy and you're not sure how to start your Etsy shop or even get it up and running to make your first sale, I have created a free Etsy course where I share with you everything you need to do to get started creating and selling online with Etsy. If you want access to that free course, just type in the comment section below the word starter, and I will be happy to send that free Etsy course to you today. Now, if you want to check out the next video where you can learn how to actually create and design these top selling products, then make sure you check out this next video here and subscribe to my channel to learn more about how to make income online with Etsy. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.